Vidyadi Shatari. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We continue reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 9, Chapter 10. We have been reading how all the inhabitants of Ayodhya were so happy that Lord Ramachandra came back. Everyone was loved by Lord Ramachandra, and they in turn loved him. And that is the way of a good government, Ram Rajya. That till today we are wanting to have such kind of a government. Going on, Tretayam Vartamanayam
Caitayam Vartamanayam
Kala Krita Samo Bhavat
Kala Krita Samo Bhavat
Rame Rajani Dharme Kye
Rame Rajani Dharmeche
Sarva Bhuta Sukha Vahe.
Sarvabhuta Sukha Bhave.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Lord Ramachandra became king during Treta Yuga, but because of his good government, the age was like Satyayuga. Everyone was religious and completely happy. Among the four yugas, Satya, Treta, Dwapar, and Kali, the Kali Yuga is the worst. But if the process of Varna Sharma Dharma is introduced, even in this age of Kali, the situation of Satyayuga can be invoked. So Lord Ram, he was ruling in such a perfect manner that although it was Treta Yuga, it was feeling that it's Satyayuga. That's why some people get confused and think that Lord Ram came in Satyayuga, because the entire atmosphere became like that. So Prabhupada is saying that although in this age of Kali, there's so much degradation, yet this atmosphere of Satyayuga, we can invoke it, introduce it. How? By Varna Sharma Dharma. The Hare Krishna movement or Krishna conscious movement is meant for this purpose. Kaler doshe nidhe rajan, asti eko mahan guna, kirtanad eva krishnasya mukta sangha param raje. My dear king, although Kali Yuga is full of faults, there is still one good quality about this age. Simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one can become free from material bondage and be promoted to the transcendental kingdom. This is Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 12, Chapter 3, Text 51. Sukadev Goswami is telling Parikshit Maharaj 5,000 years ago that this Kali Yuga is full of faults. But there is one good thing about this age, and that is just by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, one can get liberated. One can go back home, back to Godhead. One can go to the spiritual world. So if people take to this Sankirtana movement of chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, they will certainly be freed from the contamination of Kali Yuga, and the people of this age will be happy. As people were in Satyuga, the golden age, anyone, anywhere, can easily take to this Hare Krishna movement. One need only chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, observe the rules and regulations, and stay free from the contamination of sinful life. Even if one is sinful and cannot give up sinful life immediately, if he chants the Hare Krishna Mahamantra with devotion and faith, he will certainly be freed from all sinful activities and his life will be successful. Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. This is the blessing of Lord Ramachandra, who has appeared in this age of Kali as Lord Gaura Sundar. So, in this age of Kali, our perfection, the dharma for this age is chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. We may be sinful, we may be doing all abominable activities, but we just simply start chanting the Hare Krishna mantra with faith, with devotion, and gradually, we will be able to give up this sinful life and can come to the highest platform by chanting. This is this is the recommendation for this age of Kali. This is a sacrifice. The yajna that is recommended for this age of Kali is chanting Hare Krishna. And Srila Prabhupada is saying this is the blessing of Lord Ram, who has come as Lord Gaura Sundar in this age. Yeah, this Sankirtana movement is started by Lord Chaitanya, who's Krishna himself, Ramachandra himself. He's come to tell us, chant the Hare Krishna mantra, that we ourselves chant the Hare Krishna mantra and we encourage others to chant. Give Krishna to others in some way or the other. Support the Krishna consciousness movement in whatever capacity we can. Yeah? And then we can be a part of this great Ras Leela of Lord Gaura Hari. Yeah, like how Krishna had his Ras Leela with the gopis. The Ras Leela of Lord Chaitanya is the Sankirtana movement, hearing and chanting and dancing about Krishna. Is that okay? Comments?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
it's okay.
Vanani Nadyo Girayo
Vanani natyo kiriyo,
Varshani Dvipa Sindhava
varshani dvipa sindhava,
Sarve Kama Duga Asan
sarve kama dukha ashan,
Prajanam Bharata Shaba.
prajanam bharatashrabha.
O Maharaj Parikshit, best of the Bharat dynasty. During the reign of Lord Ramachandra, the forests, the rivers, the hills and mountains, the states, the 7 islands, and the 7 seas were all favorable in supplying the necessities of life for all living beings. So we can see when there is good government, entire planet Earth is happy and everyone is then cooperating to bring forth what is needed for a peaceful life for all living beings. Forests, the rivers, the mountains, the seas, the islands. We're getting so many things from this. We're getting our food, water, natural minerals, precious jewels. So all the necessities were being provided. They were happy to provide. We hear also when Yudhishthir Maharaj became the emperor, also the earth was so happy to provide all the necessities of life. Nadi Vyadi Jaraglani
Nadi vyadi jara glani,
Dukkha Shoka Bhaya Klama
dukha sukha bhaya klama,
Mrityu Chani Chattam Nasayit
mrityu chani chatam nashed,
Rame Rajani Adhokshaje.
rame rajyane adhokshaje.
And Lord Ramachandra, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, was the king of this world. All bodily and mental suffering, disease, old age, bereavement, lamentation, distress, fear, and fatigue were completely absent. There was even no death for those who did not want it. All these facilities existed because Lord Ramachandra's presence as the king of the entire world. A similar situation could be introduced immediately, even in this age called Kali, the worst of all ages. It is said, Kali Kale Nama Rupe Krishna Avatar. Krishna descends in this Kali Yuga in the form of his holy name, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. So we say, right, where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Before it was so nice. The earlier ages were nice. Krishna was coming to help his devotees, to help everyone. So where is Krishna? Here. Krishna is here, present. The holy name is Krishna. Kalika le nama rupe Krishna avatar. Krishna has taken avatar in this age of Kali as the holy name. If we chant offenselessly, Ram and Krishna are still present in this age. The kingdom of Ram was immensely popular and beneficial, and the spreading of this Hare Krishna movement can immediately introduce a similar situation even in this Kali Yuga. So we need only chant the Hare Krishna mantra offenselessly and encourage others to chant, and the entire world will become peaceful, will be happy, just as the entire world was happy, peaceful, prosperous when Lord Ramachandra was ruling. If it's okay, we'll go on to the next one then. Eka Patni Vratadharo
एक पत्नी व्रतधरो
Rajarshi Charita Shuchi
राजश्री चरिता शुचि
Swadharmam Graha Medhiyam
स्वधर्मं गृहमेधियम्
Shikshayan Swayam Acharat.
शिक्षायन् स्वयम् आचरत्.
Lord Ramachandra took a vow to accept only one wife and have no connection with any other women. He was a saintly king, and everything in his character was good, untinged by qualities like anger. He taught good behavior for everyone, especially for householders, in terms of Varna Ashram Dharma. Thus, he taught the general public by his personal activities. Ek Patni Vrata, accepting only one wife, was the glorious example set by Lord Ramachandra. One should not accept more than one wife. In those days, of course, people did marry more than one wife. Even Lord Ramachandra's father accepted more wives than one. But Lord Ramachandra, as an ideal king, accepted only one wife, Mother Sita. When Mother Sita was kidnapped by Ravan and the Rakshasas, Lord Ramachandra, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, could have married hundreds and thousands of Sitas. But to teach us how faithful he was to his wife, he fought with Ravan and finally killed him. The Lord punished Ravan and rescued his wife to instruct men to have only one wife. So Lord Ram, he could have married so many wives, but he didn't. He could have created so many other thousands of Sitas when Mother Sita was kidnapped. But he didn't do that to set an example how to be a faithful person, a faithful husband. And he went, killed Ravan, and got Mother Sita back. Lord Ramachandra accepted only one wife and manifested sublime character, thus setting an example for householders. A householder should live according to the ideal of Lord Ramachandra, who showed how to be a perfect person. Being a householder or living with a wife and children is never condemned, provided one lives according to the regulative principles of Varna Sharma Dharma. Those who live in accordance with these principles, whether as householders, brahmacharis, or vanaprasthas, are all equally important. So, which ashram one may be in? We could be in any ashram, but what we are required to do is chant Hare Krishna. Lord Chaitanya says, stay wherever you are. Just chant Hare Krishna. One may be a householder, one may be a brahmacharya, one may be vanaprastha. Just chant Hare Krishna. Premanuvrittaya shilena
प्रेमानुवृत्या प्रेमानुवृत्त्याशीलेन
prashrayavanata sati
Prasyaryavana shati
Vyahriya cha bhavagya.
Priyashita hridaya cha bhavajikhyana jana
Bhartu Sita Haran Manaha.
bhartu shita haran manaha.
Mother Sita was very submissive, faithful, shy, and chaste, always understanding the attitude of her husband. Thus, by her character and her love and service, she completely attracted the mind of the Lord. As Lord Ramachandra is the ideal husband, Ekapatni Vrat, Mother Sita is the ideal wife. Such a combination makes family life very happy. Yad yad acharati shreshtas tad tad eva taro jana. Whatever example a great man sets, common people follow. If the kings, the leaders, and the brahmanas, the teachers, would set forth the examples we receive from Vedic literature, the entire world would be heaven. Indeed, there would no longer be hellish conditions within this material world. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports of the ninth canto, 10th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The Pastimes of the Supreme Lord Ramachandra. So, Mother Sita, she was submissive, faithful, shy, chaste, understanding, understanding Lord Ramachandra, and so by her character and her love, she completely attracted the mind of the Lord. She attracted the Lord by these very good qualities. Here, Prabhupada is saying what the great leaders, when they set an example, then common people follow. Krishna says that in Bhagavad Gita. He says, for me, there is no work to be done, but yet I do it to set an example. So here, Lord Ramachandra, Mother Sita, they are setting an example for us to follow. And Prabhupada is saying if everyone would follow the examples from the Vedic literatures, especially the leaders, then this entire world would be heaven. It would be very peaceful, very prosperous, very happy place over here. Prabhupada is saying there would no longer be any hellish conditions within this material world. So we need leaders who can follow the examples of the Vedas, so that common men can follow their example and everyone can be peaceful and happy. Any comments, questions?
No, actually, uh, like no question. It's just my realization. Like if somebody is very higher in very higher post or very much like uh, loyal or maybe we can say rich also for the Kali. If he or she can do some good thing, maybe it will set a example, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So that's why
Yes.
it's written like Ramchandra, he was king, but still he set a example for his kingdom, his people.
Yeah, it's the kings that set the example.
Hmm.
That's why they were called Rajarishis.
Yeah. So in Kali Yuga also, if somebody has such type of intention and he is very higher, like higher in the sense, like in Kali Yuga, higher in the sense is
In
not
a
the
in a
behavior.
position,
Yeah,
important
not the
position, right?
behavior. Yeah,
In the
first is
important
position.
position.
Yeah,
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 so people who are in important position in leadership position,
yeah.
those who are leaders,
Uh,
yes, if they follow this example of Lord Ramachandra, then everyone would be happy. Yes, of
yes,
course.
yeah.
Of
So
course.
if he is in higher position and his behavior is very good, then he or she can set one example.
Yes,
Either
that
it
is
is
true.
institution or social, uh, like society or company, anywhere, right?
Exactly. So we
Mm.
can see that each of us have some certain power of influence.
Who
So
else?
we may not be able to have influence maybe in society or an
Uh-huh.
institution, but we
Uh,
can have some influence in our own home,
home, yeah, own home, or maybe within friends or
within friends,
uh,
family.
family. Yeah. Yeah.
So then we can set a good example.
Example. Yeah.
So, then it comes to each and every one of us to set a good example.
Mm.
Because a certain of influences, the circle of influence is there, right? So
Mm.
if each of us were to be able to set good example, the situation of entire world will change. But
Mm.
we may not be able to influence so much, but so at least we try whatever we can, wherever we can,
Mm.
beginning from, say, our home, our family, our friends, if we can set a good example for them.
Mm. But again, there is one like not like this is just a what I can say confusion. Like later on, when the washerman he said Ramchandra, because the washerman has dispute with his wife, and he has some like uh, like they have some argument, and they went to the Ramchandra Darbar, and then he decided, like Ramchandra was trying to patch up the differences, the dispute, but still washerman said like, I am not you, like your wife, she was in the Ravan's kingdom for a long time, but still you kept her. And later on, Ramchandra left Sita Mata. So the one side he is setting an example for one wife and like a devotee, not devotee, like an ideal person, and the following the rule and regulation. But why he left Mata Sita? He was God. He was
So,
new. Yeah.
so because he came to set the king as a perfect example for being a dutiful king. That was his priority. That he came to set the example of being a good king. And as a king, then he had to be above any kind of controversy. That's why.
Oh,
But Lord
okay.
Chaitanya, he
Mm.
told us um, what is the inner mood. What's the inner mood? We read earlier in the Skan
Mm.
Puran. This
Mm.
verse is coming. We are in the same
Mm.
chapter we read earlier, Skan Puran, the verse is coming that it was to, because the Lord also wanted to feel this Vipralamba, the feeling
Oh
of
yes,
separation.
yes, yeah.
And when
Separation.
the separation feeling is there, then the love becomes more sweeter,
More.
more
Yeah, yeah,
intense,
yeah,
so
yeah.
much more intense than when the
Yes.
person is with you. So the Lord also wanted to enjoy this kind of feeling.
Mm.
And he wanted Mother Sita also to enjoy this kind of feeling. So, from
Oh.
the material point of view, separation means a lot of suffering, pain,
Mm. Mm.
but because material world is perverted reflection of spiritual world. So
Mm.
what is very low here in this material world is very high in the spiritual world. So this feelings of separation are actually even the highest feelings. They are more higher than the feeling of sambhoga, of meeting the lover.
Mm.
So the Lord want this is the inner reason why this happened. That Lord
Mm.
wanted to enjoy this Vipralamba
Yeah, yeah.
feeling
I
of
understood. Yeah.
separation.
Like he is just doing by this also. He is setting example. Like how. I am taking care of my kingdom, my people, and without deviating. And still, I am very happy with this separation and sacrifice because Sita Mata in her heart, and he is like there is no not only physical uh, relationship is important, right?
Yeah.
Is something like that?
So, yeah, so he is experiencing the highest
Yeah, highest mode of
love, the
love.
more
Yeah.
intense love, more intense
Uh-huh,
love
uh-huh. Uh,
for me, Mother Sita. And same, Mother
Sita.
Sita is feeling more intense love for Lord
Mm.
Ram in
Yes.
that separation. So
Mm.
outwardly, yes, he's saying, I'm doing it because I have to be, a righteous king.
Mm.
So, as a righteous king, he did that. But for
Mm.
internal purpose, it is to enjoy this Vipralamba Seva.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. True. Yeah. Understood.
Okay.
Mm. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. So, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila
Jay.
Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur
Jay.
Bhakta Vrinda ki jai.